You know, one of my biggest concerns about walking the Camino is just being outdoors all day long, every day, for weeks on end, totally at the mercy of the weather. Whether it's sunny, overcast, or rainy, possible problems can develop. Now, you can mitigate that somewhat by putting on rain gear, putting on a rain hat, throwing on a pack cover, etc. But as most people who hike know, all that gear eventually either fails or just creates a situation where you're sweating so much that you end up wet anyway from sweat instead of rain. The sun also makes you hot, which makes you sweat, and you're back to being wet again. Or it can burn your skin. The sunscreen has a lot of downsides. If you miss a spot, if it leaks in your eyes, and it's especially easy to mess up if you're already out on the trail, you're already hot and sweaty, and you're trying to put that stuff on. So I got to thinking, if only there were some thing, just one piece of gear that you could bring with you that would keep both the sun and the rain from affecting you. Something that would provide shade and shelter and wouldn't necessarily cost you a lot in weight. It would be great if it existed. Okay, so obviously I am talking about hiking with an umbrella. Now, I first heard about this idea when I was reading a book on the Pacific Crest Trail some years ago. And the guy that wrote it recommended hiking with an umbrella. Now, even he admitted that it was a little unusual to see people hiking with an umbrella, but he listed all the benefits, and it was pretty hard to deny that they were considerable. I was reminded of this piece of advice when I was watching Dixie from Homemade Wanderlust PCT video series, and I noticed that in the early stages, when she was down in the hot part of California, out in the desert, she was hiking with an umbrella. So I started investigating, and guess what I found out? Darwin carried an umbrella, Bigfoot carried an umbrella, and a host of other people were really positive about the benefits of carrying a trekking umbrella. Now, the next thing that I noticed is that all of them seem to have the same model. Super black interior, super bright shiny silver exterior. And so I started looking around through their links and discovered that although they all seem to have different models, they all claimed to have the same features. Polyester umbrella with a Teflon coating, all carbon poles, so it's super lightweight and also doesn't conduct electricity, but they all called it something different. Silver shadow, light flex, light trek, swing light flex. And so I had to dig a little deeper and find out what the heck this umbrella really was. And I'll spare you the details, but from what I was able to ascertain, it seems that a single company housed over in Germany makes these umbrellas and was just licensing them to other sub-brands. That company is Yarosh. So I have put the links to all of this down in the description. If you would like to purchase the umbrella, you can go to Amazon. I've given you the exact link because believe me, if you just get on Amazon and search for lightweight trekking umbrella, it's going to just send you into a world of confusion. As of August 2019, this umbrella is called the Yarosh Swing Light Flex. But just in case that changes, what you're basically looking for is a silver Teflon coated polyester umbrella that is black on the inside, has all carbon poles, weighs in at about 7 ounces. If you find that umbrella, regardless of what the name is, that is probably it. So, here it is. The Yarosh Swing Light Flex. This came in on my scale at around 10 ounces. Very large canopy. Again, silver Teflon coated on the outside, very reflective as you can see. It's basically a black hole on the inside. Now, this doesn't have any fancy features on the inside. It's not one of those automatic ones where you push a button and it explodes out. Rather, they've kept it very simple. They've kept it very lightweight. They've kept it very strong. There's not very many pieces that can break or go wrong with this umbrella. Now, when I first got on Amazon and tried to purchase this umbrella to check it out, I actually bought the wrong one. I got the Yarosh Light Trek, the compact version of the full-size Swing Light Flex. Same basic idea, but with some critical differences. First of all, the canopy is about the same size, still nice and dark on the inside. However, it has a much more complicated pull system. There are numerous pieces in here, lots of joints, and all the inner workings are made of both carbon and aluminum. So there are a lot more moving parts. It's actually a heavier umbrella. Even though it's smaller when it's folded up, this one also has a little compass in it for some reason. So what is it like actually hiking with one of these umbrellas? Well, on my last trip out to North Dome, I took one with me, and when I got into some of the sunnier sections, I went ahead, tried it on my backpack, strapped in using the included case, and then I also just carried it, and this is what I discovered. All right, I'm trying it. Umbrella. Don't need this because I got my own shade. But this thing is pretty amazing. It's coated with silver. See that up there? So it's very reflective. It's like a black hole on the inside. And yeah, I'm just cruising along. Both hands are free. I've just got the handle stuck inside this bag. I'm gonna have to do something else if I decide to keep this, because that storage bag is actually for the small travel umbrella. The one that goes with this is a lot longer, so it wouldn't really do any good as a carrier. So the idea is, if you can get this thing strapped to your backpack, you basically just walk along in your own shade. Now, this is the very first time I've tried this. I don't have any additional straps or anything. I'm basically just kind of letting it flail around. But I gotta say, this is pretty cool. So I'm in full sun right now. As I turn this corner, I'm gonna get blasted here. So ideally, the umbrella would be right about there if I had an additional strap, which I don't, because I don't really plan on using this a whole lot today, but I just wanted to kind of see what it was like. And it's great. It's very comfortable. Easy adjustment. I got full range of vision. I don't have a hat on my head, so I don't have 1 degree of extra heat coming off my head, being trapped in a hat or a buff or anything else. The heat from the ground is not being reflected very much because of the black interior, and the sunlight on the outside is being reflected by the silvery top. As goofy as I would have probably thought about this at first, this is really nice. This may be a keeper. Everybody's in the sun but me. Broke up the umbrella again because it is just total exposure out here. You'd think it would be heavy, but at 7 ounces it's not bad. Plus, because of the way the breeze hits it, or the wind if you have some, or just the breeze you create by walking, it actually kind of holds your hand up. So this isn't bad at all. I'm not sure how well it would work in wind if it was just attached to the backpack. Plus, it would also be more difficult to place where you want it. Wouldn't want to have to be shifting around every time I went around a corner. It is pleasant under here. I feel like I'm in a cave. It's great. It's funny, you know, you pass people and they look at you like, huh? And then it kind of dawns on them like, whoa, what a great idea that is. I just had some guys come by and they're like, oh, that's a great idea. And I was like, yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I should have been doing this my whole life. Yeah, I gotta say the umbrella is a total winner. It's so light, and yet the slightest breeze tries to take it out of your hand. I mean, it's like you weigh less walking with the umbrella than you do without it. So your arm doesn't get tired because the wind is actually holding the umbrella up for you. In fact, it's holding your arm up a little bit too. So it's almost like having a little sail. I think I'm definitely going to work on some modifications to some pack straps and see what I can do about making a little bit more firm attachment, because it would be nice to just be hands-free. Coming down off of this thing, the sun was brutal, and I could feel the heat coming off the rocks. It was so hot. Yeah, I think I'm in. I think I'm an umbrella guy. All right, so there you go. That's the Yarosh trekking umbrella. I am very impressed. It was lightweight. It was super easy to carry. Just the slightest breeze, even just from you walking, essentially lifts the umbrella up to where you're carrying virtually no weight. In fact, sometimes the umbrella feels like it's carrying you. Now, I don't really see myself hiking with this umbrella. If I'm going to go back to North Dome, Clouds Rest, somewhere in Yosemite, I'm just not sure it's something I would carry all the time. Maybe if I was doing several overnights and the weather was a bit sketchy, definitely worth 7 to 9, however much it weighs, ounces, to throw that in there just in case. But for the Camino, where you've got really long all-day stretches in the sun, in the rain, and you don't really have a good way to just get out of it quickly, having some portable shade, some portable shelter is a pretty good deal, and it's only costing you 7 to 10 ounces in weight. I hope this video has helped you with your preparations for your Camino, and if you decide to go with the umbrella, I highly recommend it. I'm Doug, this is Camino 2020. Till next time, buen Camino.